Good morning and welcome to Church News.
We hope you have a fantastic time with us this morning.
So let's see what's happening in the life of our church.
Hey church, February is going to be a massive month for us as we focus together on prayer and fasting. I've said it before that no man, no woman, no church are greater than their prayer life, and prayer is the engine room for everything that we do. We're believing for a huge year for you, personally as families, and we're also believing that as History Makers church community together, God's going to do incredible things in 2010. So we need to focus on prayer. In February, that's what we're doing. We want everyone to be involved, and the way you get involved is to go up the back and sign up. Choose one day or several days, and on those days that you choose, just focus your life on prayer and fasting for those days. Together we'll cover all 28 days and we'll set up a massive year where God moves in your life, where God moves in our life as History Makers Church. We see breakthrough, we see miracles, and we see awesome things happening. Let's join together and have an amazing 2010.
If you are new to History Makers Church, then we would love to meet you. So make sure after the service that you make your way to our New Persons Lounge that is located in our cafe.
And if you're not sure where to go, you can ask somebody who's wearing a History Makers lanyard. HMC recently sent a team to Kolhapur, India to meet our 24 HIV-affected orphans and our local contact pastor Binu Zampi. The following clip shows Binu talking about a child's life and how they came to be in our care. When he uses the word disease, it's referring to HIV, and when he talks about parents expiring, it means that they've passed away. So let's take a look.
I've got Nilesh and Nilima here with me, and they have come to the House of Hope only a few months back. And 4 years back, their dad died, and last year their mother also died. So once their parents died, nobody wanted them. They were living in their own house with nobody to look after them. So literally for a whole year, they lived on their own in a house. And if they wanted food, they had to go out to the streets, and they literally had to beg for their food. So seeing their condition, the doctor who was looking after their parents when they were on their deathbed, he came and he started helping them out, but he could only do what he could do, only a little bit. So it almost went for a whole year, and you could even see now that they don't talk much, and it's because they were so depressed and they had nobody to talk to in their own home. For a whole year they just lived by themselves, and eventually the doctor found out that there was a home called Karunalaya, which is the House of Hope in Kolhapur, and he got in touch with Pastor Arad, and they brought Nilesh and Nilima a few months back to Karunalaya, and their life has totally changed. When I saw them 3 months back, they wouldn't smile, they wouldn't talk, they wouldn't interact with any of the kids, but now they're so different. They would talk with other children, they would interact with children, they would play. Their life is changing every day. So their life has changed forever after coming to the House of Hope.
If you have a prayer request, then we would love to pray with you. So after the service, head out to the information desk, fill out a form and pop it in the communications box today.
Our church leaders will pray over your requests every Wednesday night service and Sunday morning service.
We have a great parents' room here at HMC that's located through the red door in our cafe area. Parents are welcome to bring their unsettled children into this room.
Breastfeeding rooms are available for mothers, and change tables are also available for use. There's lots of toys to keep your child entertained while you sit back and watch a live feed and listen to the sermon.
On February the 8th, this whole room, I'm believing, is going to be filled with HM College students. Even Pastor Matt Gregory will be somewhere probably in the back row doing a full-time certificate for. That's awesome. But if you don't want to do that, you can if you like. You can do any other subjects part-time. You can do Monday nights, Doctrine of the Holy Spirit, which I'll be taking. I promise that'll be a great time. Pastoral Epistles with Scott Simpson, he's an awesome lecturer. And on Tuesdays, for the 8 weeks of the term, chapels at 9, to which everyone's invited out here. Then Introduction to Pastoral Care with Pastor Jan Claridge. She is awesome, as you all know, and brings some of the best teaching on pastoral care that you can get. And if you can't be here in the morning, she's actually going to work really hard and repeat again at night at 7. So get your name up the back to do this elective course, and all the information's there for you. Of course, if you want to do an afternoon one, you can do on Tuesdays, Gospel of John. So how about signing up for Certificate 4 or Diploma? We can still have some more people doing that. See you up the back at the information desk for History Makers College straight after church. See you there.
G'day, my name's Meg.
Oh, didn't see you there. I'm Jeremy.
and we run a young adults couples community group. It runs every fortnight on a Monday night, 7:30 p.m. at our place.
And if you want to come along, just be purely social, have fun, board games and the like, come see us after the service today.
Almost 80% of our waking hours are spent lapping up media, surfing the internet, watching TV and movies, and reading newspapers. Australians approximately watch 3 hours of TV a day. An average person's day consists of 7 hours sleep, 8 hours of work, 1.5 hours of mealtime, 1.5 hours of chores, 2 hours family time, and 4 hours of other activities. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit, but in humility consider others better than yourselves. Each of you should look not only to your own interests, but also to the interests of others. I tell you the truth, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers of mine, you did for me. As each of you have received a gift, use it to serve one another as good stewards of God's varied grace. HMC is giving you the opportunity to engage in your community and volunteer with a local organisation today. You can pick yourself up a mobilisation directory which lists all the monthly opportunities that you can get involved in that's suitable for everyone. On Sunday the 7th of February, History Makers Church is holding their first Family Fun Day service for the year. This will also include child and baby dedications.
If you'd like to get your child or baby dedicated, then please leave your name at the information desk today.
Listen up, HM Youth. This Friday night, we're kicking off the year with our first E-night. We've got Pastor Matt Gregory preaching up a storm, 7 p.m. up here at History Makers Church. Don't miss out.
You have the answer on the inside of you of what the world is looking for.
History Makers Youth, we are off to Planet Shakers Conference in April. This is one conference that will make a huge impact in your life and is not to be missed. Why don't you grab an info sheet from the information desk and start saving now.
That's been another great edition of Church News.
If you've missed any information, you can log onto our website at www.historymakers.org.au and find out more details.